Greetings and welcome to part 5 of the Baritone, Tuba, and Euphonium series. So this is going to focus on page 14 through 17 in your Essential Elements books. Basically 59 through about 85, I do believe. So let's get right into it. So for the green belt, we have on page 14 at the very top of the page, it talks about the tie in the orange box. It says, a tie is a curved line connecting notes of the same pitch. Play one note for the combined counts of the tied notes. So basically what that means is that you're going to have two notes that are the same. You tie them together to make one long note. Okay? So look at 59, fit to be tied. Your first note is a half note F. Easy enough. The next two notes are two E flats, but they're tied together. Okay. They're both quarter notes, so if you take two quarter notes, 1 plus 1, it's 2. You're going to play that E flat like a half note. Okay? Here's 59, what it'll sound like. Half rest. So what we don't want to hear on this one is because then you'd be playing two notes instead of tying them. Okay? In the second half of the song, you notice that you have two G's that are tied together and then two single F's that are not tied. So when they're not tied, you do want to play two. So that's ties. Let's take a look at number 60, Alouette. You start off with an E flat. You have a half note E flat, 2 beats, and then you tie it to a quarter note E flat. So you're going to play that E flat for 3 beats. 61 is the exact same song as number 60, except looking at the box above, we have what's called a dotted half note. When you see a half note with a dot next to it, it means you're going to hold it for 3 beats, just like when you have a half note tied to a quarter note. Okay? Same exact song, 61, except now they're going to be using some dotted half notes. Is a first green belt song, Camptown Races. Notice it's allegro, 4/4 time, and there are a lot of eighth notes in here, so be very careful attention to the rhythm on here. 'Page 15. At the very top of the page, it talks about a 3/4 time signature. We had 4/4, where there's 4 beats in every measure. You had 2/4, where there are 2 beats in every measure. Now you have 3/4, 3 beats in every measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. Okay, the beats can still stay the same. It's just having 3 beats of music made up of a certain number of beats and rests, notes and rests. Then different number. Okay, so here is 67, the 3-beat jam. 68 is also using 3/4 time. Did you get the crescendo and decrescendo at the end? Now let's look at number 69, Morning from P again. Notice it starts off piano, right? The P underneath there. It's also andante, which means it's going to be a fairly slow song. Towards the end, you get a crescendo up to an MF, mezzo forte, medium loud, and then a decrescendo or decrease the volume to a piano, soft. started that a little quieter, but that's okay. Let's look at number 71, the Mexican clapping song. 2 boxes above it, it talks about an accent. It looks like this. It's on a note. It means emphasize the note. Give it a little more punch, a little pizzazz, a little louder, I guess. And here's 71, Mexican clapping song. Turn the page. We're on page 16 now. We have some new notes to learn. Number 73, we have Hot Muffins. Hot Muffins uses an A flat. Remember that little B next to it? That is a flat sign. Looking at the orange box at the very top of page 16, it says any sharp, flat, or natural sign which appears in the music without being in the key signature is called an accidental. And then it says a flat sign. A flat sign lowers the pitch by a half step. All you need to know is it changes what the note is. Okay? So you learned A natural, or A, with middle finger. A flat is first valve. So here's A flat. A natural. Okay? Hot Muffin 73 is hot cross buns starting on C. Again, this is where using that tongue, ta, 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 to separate your notes is very handy. Number 75 is Basic Blues using a high A flat. We know it's high because it's higher up on the musical staff. The higher the note is on the musical staff, the higher the pitch. We can also use that, remember, the good boys do fine always, so that's why that's also an A. Here's 75, Basic Blues. 76 is your next Greenbelt song. Remember, your first one was Camptown Races 62. So high flying is going to take a little more explaining. Look at the box right above it. It says a new key signature. We're going to talk about key signatures. So in front of the music on any song, you're going to have what's called a key signature, a group of flats or sharps, but usually for you, flats. Just think flats for now. So up until now, if you look at all your songs, they've all had a little flat sign, the B, on the second line up for good boys, for all your B's. That's why all your B's are B flat, okay? And you notice that you have one on the third space, right? All cows eat. That is why all your E's have been flat so far. Even though it hasn't said anything extra on the notes, you just know it because the key signature tells you so. Well, another flat you have now is A flat, okay? So the new key signature, if you look at that orange box, you have the flat sign on the B, the flat sign on the E, and then you have the flat sign on the A space, right? All cows eat grass, okay? So that means that any A, high, low, doesn't matter, is going to be first finger A flat, okay? So 76, you have the key signature, B flat, E flat, and A flat. You have 3 flats there, so that means that your A flat is going to be first finger. The other new thing you have in that orange box is first and second endings. So, it says play through the first ending, then play the repeated section of music, skipping the first ending and playing the second ending. Okay, let's simplify this. You're going to play the beginning of the music all the way to the repeat sign. You know what a repeat sign is, okay? Beginning to repeat. Then you're going to go back to the beginning of the music, and then you're going to go all the way through the first line, go start the second line, and then when you get to that 1, okay, you see where that 1 is? You're going to jump over that, and you're going to go right to 2. Okay, so let me go through the notes on here so you can follow me along. It goes B, E, F, G, 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 A flat, C, C, F, C, B, D, E, F, G, F, F, E, C, B, B. There's a repeat sign, go back to the beginning. B, E, F, G, 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 A flat, C, C, F, C, B, D, E, F, G, F. Now you're going to jump over the 1, go to 2. E. And you notice how you have a dotted half note E flat under the second ending tied to a quarter note. So you're going to hold that E flat for 4 B's. Ties are usually on notes over measures. Okay? Here, let's play it. Your last Greenbelt song is number 78, Up on a Housetop. Again, first and second endings. You go beginning, all the way to the repeat sign, go back to the beginning, and then the second time you stop when you get to 1, jump to 2, and then keep going to the end. Okay? You will only have a 1 and a 2 section with a repeat sign. Okay? Otherwise, what would you do? Okay, you have to have a repeated section. All right, here you go, Up on a Housetop. Repeat. Go. So that one is going to be your Greenbelt. Let's also look at number 80, the big Airstream. You have a high B flat. You've had a low B flat. Now you have a high B flat. No valves. Really pressurize that air, tense up, get nice and firm to get that high B flat. Here's the song, number 80. That's it. A flat, remember, because it's in the key signature. B flat, E flat, A flat, first finger. '83 is just a fun one I like to do, called Down by the Station. I hope that helps with the Greenbelt for band karate. Keep on practicing. Remember, always, again, those deep breaths, nice posture, feet flat, fanning forward. Remember using that tongue, that articulation, your dynamics, your volume control. And keep on trucking. Nice job.